Hi and welcome to episode 29 of the SlamDown podcast. Tonight we take a bit of a deviation from our usual content as we look at SlamDunk Festival for 2025 and we rename ourselves the SlamDown podcast. Enjoy.
This is the SlamDown podcast. Turn it up and make it last. Laughs and chaos, full-blown blast. You'll never want the night to pass.
Good evening.
Good evening.
How are we doing? Look at this.
And what an evening. Jeez.
It's incredible. We couldn't have picked a better night to record a SlamDunk Festival special, could we?
Not at all.
Well, maybe, if you look at the weather from last year.
Yeah. Worlds apart them two, aren't they?
Yeah.
But yeah, sun's beating down. What you can't see in the camera shot is that we've also got a little bonfire next to us, a little
Campfire
going, which is great, but it is fucking roasting. Absolutely burning my arm. I can feel my headphones getting hotter.
It's dangerous enough taking Johnny out in the sun.
I know.
I'll set fire to him as well.
You just be taking me home in a dustpan and brush after it. And then, yeah, we're all dressed up for the occasion as well.
Yeah,
aren't we?
we're going pop punk special. I've got my Vans on. We've got my basketball cap on and my old Blink 182 t-shirt.
I feel like I need to put my cap on backwards.
Yeah.
I've gone top half builder emo. Bottom half I've gone full on dad and got my Birkenstocks on. Well, I don't think I'll be wearing them at Slam Dunk.
No.
I'll be lucky if we can, but yeah, don't think that'll be happening.
Yeah, I've got my old Blink shirt on. This was from the first time they reunited with Tom Dillon.
Oh, was it?
2010, yeah.
Right.
I was wondering that. Something we'll have to ponder as we go forward. I wonder what our oldest... Well, I know what mine is, but if anyone's listening, what's the oldest gig T-shirt you own?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I'm sure some of the old Monsters of Rock Garden past have got some prizes, amongst their collection. So
Absolutely.
it'll be interesting to see. I've got some that are bloody hell older than most of the people that work on my team at work. So
I've been searching through Vinted recently for gigs that I've been to, which I no longer have T-shirts. They don't fit because I was probably about 5 stone went through back then. So I found one of our first gig, the Judas Priest.
you got
Priest
it,
Feast one, the Nostradamus tour there. So that's quite cool. Got some old download T-shirts as well of years that I've been, but didn't get a T-shirt at the time. So
yeah, I've had a few of them. I've got the 2023 one, and I've got a Biffy Clyro 2022 one.
Yeah.
I'm bad for it. I'm always seeking stuff on there, and I must have about 3-4 bin bags full of gig shirts anyway. So
Bloody hell.
yeah, this is probably one of the few white T-shirts I own.
I just wear them to death as well, though. That's the
yeah.
thing, and then they shrink and shrink and shrink, and then
Yeah,
I
of
get
course
bigger
they
and
do.
bigger.
So yeah, we're taking a slightly different approach to normal because we are usually exclusively a download podcast, but we have been invited by the SlamDunk people for a bit of have a look at as press. So
Yeah, it's quite exciting.
which I think kind of makes sense because we'll talk more about the lineup later on in the episode. But I think this lineup in particular for SlamDunk is very download.
It is.
It's definitely suitable for the download crowd. So it's going to be our first experience at SlamDunk Festival.
Yeah, we've never been, have we?
Yeah. So if you've come to find us just because of SlamDunk and you haven't heard us before, I'm Mike and this is my best friend Johnny.
Yeah.
We've been going to gigs together for nearly 16, 17 years now.
Yeah.
Been best friends for about 20 years.
Yeah.
And between us, I've been going to gigs for 25 years. We've probably got about nearly 50 years gig going experience between us.
Yep.
And we've done a podcast because we talk every week about gigs and festivals anyway, so we might as well sit and record it and just have a bit of fun making something a bit different. So
Yeah, man. Started back in October last year. And we absolutely love it.
yeah,
It's gone from strength to strength.
yeah.
We're I don't know what to say, performing at Download next year, doing something on stage, standing there being idiots and
Fumbling around
fumbling
on
away.
stage.
Download.
Not with each other.
Well,
we might
keeps the crowd happy.
Yeah.
We might have to revert to that when we don't know what to say. So yeah, we're on a download next year, which is huge for us. Yeah, and very excited for Slam Dunk, as it is probably the first festival of the year, isn't it?
I think, well, especially for our rockers and emos and metal
alternative lovers, or whatever we want to call ourselves. Yeah.
So, and what a better festival to start with, a nice day festival in 2 sites. You got the north site at Leeds, at Temple Newsham, and you've also got Hatfield Park.
Yeah.
Hatfield Park, and that is on May bank holiday. So definitely not want to miss looking at the lineup this year, which we'll cover in a little bit. But I think one of the most exciting things for me and Johnny, I don't want to say we class ourselves as experts about download, but we have done download now for so long that rocking up at download is second nature to us.
It is, yeah.
That we know, the layout pretty much like the back of our hand. We know where everything is. When we see a map and it's changed a bit, you can spot it straight away.
Yeah.
There's no surprises to us, really.
I feel very comfortable walking around download on my own, knowing exactly where I am and what to expect. And that is just through years of going, isn't it? So this one is a little bit different, isn't it?
It is, because we're looking at, well, at first I was looking for Hatfield Park in Leeds. That's how
much you knew about it.
Yeah, and there is one. So we could have
is
rocked
there?
up at some random bloody kids play park, like a proper pop punker. And so yeah, I mean, it's totally new to us. We're looking at routes. We're looking at where could you stay, where could you park, all this sort of stuff. And it kind of highlighted to us why some people might listen to us, because a download festival for them will feel like that, but bigger. So
yeah, absolutely. And what I've realised is sometimes you see some of the questions on the forums and on the Facebook groups, and you're going, "Oh, surely you would know that."
Yeah.
But actually, we're in the exact same situation here.
We are, yeah.
Do
I
we
mean,
need a car parking pass. When does it come out?
Yeah.
Do I need to put our edge in? All the same stuff.
when do
we
your
see.
tickets come?
Exactly.
What can I take in? Am I allowed my camera? Am I allowed?
It's the same, exactly. So we get it, and we totally appreciate it much more, which makes our job more exciting, I think.
Yeah, I think people are quite harsh and they're quite quick to comment on people that question things like that on
Yeah.
Facebook. But you've got to remember, people are. It's a daunting thing going to a festival.
It is.
You
Everyone will have their first festival, won't they?
Yeah.
Their first festival experience. Just because you've been going for 20 years. You've got to
Yeah.
remember that first time you go, and it is like stepping into a different world, isn't it?
What was your first festival?
I think it was Leeds, actually.
Yeah, mine was Leeds. Was yours too?
2007.
Yeah, Metallica. Was it? Or was it Rage?
No, it was Red Hot Chili Peppers,
Razorlight.
Razorlight, and I want to say Nine Inch Nails, but I don't know.
Smashing Pumpkins.
Smashing Pumpkins.
Yeah,
it was.
Smashing Pumpkins. Back when they
But
had
then I think even then I was only 17, so carefree, didn't really give a shit. Rocked up might as well rocked up then as the carrier bag with a load of clothes in, and that's it, and off we went.
No, we turned up with, me and Darzy turned up to Leeds 2005, so that was Iron Maiden, the Pixies and Foo Fighters. And we turned up with a crate of beer, a Halford single skin tent, 2-man tent between the two of us.
Yeah.
So we basically just squashed ourselves in there with all of our stuff was soaking.
Yeah.
We didn't take any chairs. We were just sat on the floor, we just turned our piss bucket
It's
upside
funny,
down.
isn't it?
It's just absolute. I mean, like we said in last week's episode, you just spring back up at that age, don't you?
Yeah, you do. Definitely.
Without a care in the world and do it all again. And then you look back at pictures of those festivals and you think, that looks like, like an ancient photograph.
It
now.
does. It looks like when I look at Woodstock pictures.
Yeah.
It's the same type
Yeah.
of thing. Oh, my mum and dad when they were younger and they were, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? It's the same thing now.
Everyone wearing jeans.
Yeah,
That's another thing we didn't really say in our camping tips. Don't wear jeans. I mean,
Yeah.
we do wear our, the battle jackets, but denim's not good. At a
No, it's
festival.
not. Just especially if it pisses it down,
Oh.
soaks it up, and it'll never dry.
Yeah, download 2013's when I realised that. After that epic shower during Black Star Riders,
Riders,
and
yeah.
I just was wearing wet jeans for the rest of the day.
I used to wear full length jeans, big wellies
Yeah,
that weighed a ton,
yeah.
and a t-shirt. It's like, geez, what were we doing? Mental. So now full circle moment then, mate. Now our first
Brand new.
festival is was Leeds,
Yeah,
and now we're going back there for something totally different.
we are as well. Yeah. So, yeah. Before we got started, I just put a note on here. Our last episode, we welcomed the Dillcam,
Yeah.
Mr. Dylan, and he was a great guest. He's been really kind to us, really good with all the sharing and whatnot. And I thought, just wanted to say thanks again to Dylan for helping us out there. And one of the things I didn't mention, kind of as we rounded up, was how nice it was to find out that the Dill Camp,
Yeah.
all the guys you see on their vlog every year, didn't really know each other before Download.
That's amazing.
He met them at Download, and
Yeah.
what a nice testament to them as people, but
Yeah.
also to Download as a place
Yeah.
where people can go and find, you find your people.
Yeah.
And what a lovely
It's brilliant.
story surrounding Download Festival. So if you're going for the first time this year, you might be going into Camp Lorna.
Yeah.
You might be going just 1 or 2 years, and you might find. I mean, we've had stories from people that have met their future husbands.
That's it.
People
Friends for life,
We had
yeah.
Bolt Cutter,
Yeah.
she got engaged at Download. She got she's having a hen do.
Yeah. I think she met her future husband there. It's
It's
her whole life.
it's
One of my
mind-blowing.
favourite stories, actually.
Yeah, it is.
Fully influenced by just going to a festival.
Yeah,
Amazing.
But-
And Dillcam actually has some obviously incredible Download vlogs, but he also covers Slam Dunk as well.
yes, he does.
So if you're listening to this like us and you've not been before and we don't know what to expect, go and check those videos out because, again, covers it very well.
Yeah.
I think he said he was going this year, didn't he? He
He's
goes to
going south.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he's been to north before,
Yeah.
but he started going to south last year, and he's got to south again this year. I think he said. So should we look at a little bit of a history of Slam Dunk
let's have a
Festival,
look. I mean,
because
this will be news to me, this, and you've come very prepared today.
I
mate,
have.
so-
I've
I mean,
had
this
to.
just shows how little we know about
Well,
it.
usually we just have a couple of handwritten notes that I can't read, but I've properly plagiarised a lot of shit off the internet. But
Good. That's what we're here for.
it is. So a lot of the history of this we learned from altcorner.com. So they did a big thing on the 10-year anniversary of Slam Dunk in 2016, which told a lot of the history, obviously up to a point. So then I had to kind of go a bit fact-finding myself after that. But thanks very much to those guys for a great load of information that they gave us. So we might as well make a start. So Slam Dunk was born from Slam Dunk Records. So the record company ran a weekly club night held in Leeds Cockpit Music Venue, and it centred on emo, punk, ska and metal music. The festival then was started in Leeds in 2006 with a singular stage at the Millennium Square and a handful of artists, including headliners Fall Out Boy, alongside the Academy Ears, Cap Down, 100 Reasons, Hello Goodbye, The Hush Sound and Thursday.
They are big.
Big
Big
names for a
names.
starter.
Yeah.
Do you want to take out on 2007, man?
Yeah, so in 2007, the festival headed across the city to its new home at Leeds Metropolitan University, again with a singular stage, this time headlined by Real Big Fish and featuring Paramore, Mad Caddies, Failsafe, Beat Union, Sonic Boom 6 and Slam Dunk Records' then rising stars, You Me at 6. Fantastic.
That's
Very
a big
good.
success story, that. And
That is.
they did their final festival appearance, didn't they? There last year, was it?
Oh, yeah, they did. They did.
Did they do like a bonus night?
I can't remember.
I'll have a look because I've got the lineups later on.
But they definitely played, for sure, because I saw it on Dillcam's video. Yeah, that's great. 2008 saw a rapid expansion of the festival with the introduction of 3 more stages. More stages means more top names. This year saw Sonic Boom 6. Seen those a few times, Sonic Boom 6. Have you ever seen them? They used to come.
I have,
They
yeah.
used to come to Barrow and do a lot of the festivals here, and done a few gigs at the canteen. They were great. And You Me at 6 returned for a second year running and featuring the likes of We Are the Ocean. Oh man, I still love them. Zebrahead, The Blackout, Kids in Glass Houses, Attack, All Forgotten, Twin Atlantic, and several more seeing the festival quadruple in act numbers in just a year. 2008 was the first year the stage sponsors seeing Glamour Kills, Atticus Nonstop, and UK Now lending their names to the stages.
So a big change came in 2010, and it saw a major expansion with the introduction of Hertfordshire hosting the festival, turning it from a one-day event into a 2-day event. The festival then being known as Slam Dunk North for the Leeds date and Slam Dunk South for the Hertfordshire University date. And it then changed again in 2013.
So that saw the festival expand into a full weekend with the introduction of Wolverhampton Civic Hall as the third date and brought the number of stages back up to 7. Festival headliners all-time low.
And then
that's it.
2014
Yeah, 2014.
saw the continuation of the 3 dates, whilst also adding 2 smaller lineups in Edinburgh and Newport,
Bloody hell.
either side of the main date. So they went for it big time in
Yeah, they really
2014. But 2015, unfortunately, saw the smaller events in Edinburgh and Newport scrapped, and Leeds events moved out into Leeds city centre. And I think, if I'm right, I think it was dotted around a few different venues.
Yeah.
Kate went to see them, and I think she saw Creeper there in about 2017.
Okay.
And I think they went. Bits of it were like inside venues.
Yeah,
bits they had an
yeah.
outdoor stage and all that sort of thing, which looked really cool actually.
I think I've seen, so TPD must have covered it, because they're from Leeds, aren't they?
Mhm.
I think they covered it, and yeah, a lot of it was indoors and, like I said, just one main.
It would have been
stage.
interesting that,
Yeah.
but then it adds a layer of stress for me because what if you can't get in the bloody
Yeah. And if you want to
venue?
watch one band that are on a stage halfway across the city,
You have to get a taxi.
you'd
yeah.
have to be Ubering it everywhere.
Yeah.
Um,
So yeah, then 2018, South moved to its current location of Hatfield Park,
mhm.
and in 2019, was it Wolverhampton?
Yeah.
Wolverhampton was scrapped, and it was reduced back to 2 days. North Festival was moved again to its current location of Temple Newsham Park, and this was the initial site of Leeds Festival from 1999 to 2002.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool.
But Leeds moved to its current location of Bramham Park
Yep.
following some big riots in 2002,
Okay.
and it lost its licence
Right.
back then. And it almost lost its licence again in 2005 when I went, not
Right.
because of me,
Ah, yeah.
but
You're the geekiest white boy ever met.
that's it. Pretty fly for a white guy.
Pretty fly for a white guy, yeah.
That's it. I said to Johnny, "What are we dressing like when we go? Should have put proper like basketball vest on and everything?" He's like, "No, just try and dress fairly normal." But it's my podcast. It's our podcast tonight. So
Yeah, do what we want.
But yeah, in 2005, we were leaving the site after Foo Fighters, and then the riots started, and people were just starting bonfires everywhere.
Yeah.
which has unfortunately become a bloody. Seems like a tradition at
It
Leeds.
does,
Absolute
yeah.
gobshite.
They had the same when I was in
Yeah.
2007.
But I mean, Download Festival unfortunately had one in 2006, like
Yeah.
we spoke about the other day.
Mm.
On the final day, Guns N' Roses. I worried that I'd insinuated that it was anything to do with Guns N' Roses. but
Right. No.
Axl Rose will be racking up with his lawyers. But yeah, that is the main reason that gas is not allowed at Download Festival because all that happened. So yeah, it moved to Temple Newsham in 2019, and it has stayed there ever since. So since then,
Yeah.
we've had a series of rather excellent lineups. 2020 obviously didn't happen. 2021 was moved out to September and was one of the first festivals really to happen in 2021 after the Download pilot and Bloodstock.
Hadn't realised that actually.
Yeah. So it moved out, and obviously if you look there, quite a few of the bands are British, headlined by the mighty Don Broco.
Yeah.
You've got
Creeper in there.
Yeah, good old Creeper.
And some returning bands, Alkaline Trio,
Yeah,
Zebrahead,
Zebrahead of quite a few bands off this year. The Baboon Show, and then
Bury Tomorrow, Skindred, Funeral for a Friend, Trashpot. Yeah, they get the good bands in, don't they? Bloody hell.
yeah,
Oh, and they also had McFly.
yes, a
Didn't they?
surprise set from McFly.
Mm.
Excuse me, I have to edit that out. Happens. So yeah, and then the year after, 2022, saw Sum 41 headline, Alexis on Fire on the Jägermeister stage, neck deep. It's so like heavy on names.
It is, isn't it?
For a day festival, you'd think that was a weekend.
Yeah.
You could have almost forgiven that if it was Sum 41 on one night, Alexis on Fire another, and neck deep headline in
you would.
another.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's, dare I say it, too strong.
We'll get on to
And
that.
we'll get on
'cause-
to that in a
Yeah, it's
So yeah, 2023 saw one of my favourite bands of all time at the Offspring headline. Creeper also back again. We are big Creeper fans. And last year, I've not done the lineup for some reason.
Was that not last
That
year?
was
Offspring?
yeah. Sorry,
Oh,
last year was the Offspring.
Yeah, yeah.
2023 was the other one. I've done it the wrong
And
way.
the Shikari yellow card, pulling for soup. Was that last year then? Must have been. Oh no, was it Sun 41 last year?
No, it was
Welcome to the SlamDown podcast.
it wasn't, was it?
I'm gonna have a Google. Go on, you fill in, mate, while I have a.
So yeah, and then we move on to this year. So we've got a lot to learn on this one because I think there are so many bands on here that are so familiar to us as Download Festival fans, and we'll have a bit of a run through what our day looks like and some of the new favourite bands we've found along the way.
Absolutely.
Did you find out?
I did, and I don't think we've got it on there, but because last year was Yumi at 6, wasn't it?
Ah, yeah.
All
I wonder
American
what that's in.
Rejects, Boys Like Girls, We the Kings. Yeah. But bloody hell, they're stacked, aren't they?
It is massively stacked.
I'd argue if you put, I mean, you could take, like you say, quite a few of those bands, put them on a day at Download, and it would be a fucking very strong day, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, again, you've got a day to remember, and Electric Callboy could both headline that festival.
Yeah.
The year before, the Offspring and Enter Shikari could have both headlined the festival.
yeah,
It's like
true.
they've got too many bands to book, you know. Like they've got too many offers. Like the opposite
Yeah.
of what Download seems to have sometimes.
Yeah.
And they want to try and fit them all on.
Yeah, you're right.
So we've got and a lot of stages. They've got one more stage to download for a day festival.
For a day festival.
I mean, we've got the map. Should we have a
Yeah,
quick-
let's have a look.
Let's have a look at
shall
the
we?
map because, as we've said, this is brand new to us. So where were you going to come in? Just
On
we've
the
got-
left.
on the
left-hand
left,
side. Pickups, drops off.
including taxis. We're not there though. We're exits to car parking, aren't we?
We are.
So when we watched the TPD video, that's where they came in down like a big load of hedgerows.
Yeah, so I've been to Temple Newsam before.
Oh yeah,
I went. This will
Starting
do-
riots in
this'll do.
2002.
Well, not as cool as that. I went last year to Let's Rock 80s Festival.
Oh, is that the same spot?
Yeah, same place. Cool venue, really cool.
Yeah.
Probably half the size of Slam Dunk, I would say. But yeah, really nice and it's like a big stately home thing with loads of grounds and that. But
Yeah.
it's ideal for a festival.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're coming at the left in the entrance, and then you've just opens up into
There's so much
fucking
going on.
tent central.
So you got
Main
a big merch spot on the left. You got the festival village, which I'm looking forward to finding out what that is.
Yeah.
You've got bars galore. You've got more and more merch dotted around. Have you noticed the puns?
No.
So you got neck deep pan pizza.
All right. Okay.
You've got if I'd have printed it off in higher res, we might have even been able to read some of these. Yeah. Twin at latte, which is a fucking awful pun.
Oh, Finch fries. Yeah.
Finch
okay, I can
fries.
see him now.
Um,
Yeah. That's great. It'd be interesting because it doesn't look that big, and from the vlogs that I've watched, it doesn't look that big either. Really.
no.
I wonder how they contain the sound because we've seen it like when we've been to Bloodstock Festival. Sometimes it almost bleeds from
If-
one stage into the other if you stood in the wrong place.
And especially if you try to watch a band on one of the smaller stages, like we try to watch bands. Was it the Jägermeister stage at Bloodstock?
Oh yeah,
The
the tiny one. Yeah,
and it's just it might as well be in the crowd for the main stage. So you've just unless you've got your head sticking over the fence,
Yeah.
you've got no chance.
so yeah, big main stage directly opposite the Monster Energy stage.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be a lot of Monster drank that day.
yeah, we're going there and back in a day, mate, aren't we?
We are.
To be on our best behaviour.
And they've got a signing stage over there. They've got the old Monster signing stage, signing tent,
Oh
should I
yeah,
say.
yeah.
And they've announced their first act today. That is appearing as a signing you can queue up and get an autograph with. And our friend Gemma, aka Daisy Cutter, sent that before, and it is the mighty Newfound Glory.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Brilliant.
I think it's 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock.
You don't really see that as much anymore, do you?
Not since COVID, I don't
No,
think.
No. It used to be a really big thing, didn't
It used to be a big thing at Download, and it's never really come back.
No. So yeah, plenty to go at. So much crammed into one bloody field.
It's try to wrap my head around a lineup with this many bands,
Yeah.
so many stages, so much to see and do, and we're only going to be there for 10 hours. It's going to be a lot to take in.
But it's a good challenge because we definitely want to make sure we get ourselves in every tent to see what it's like.
Yeah.
There's obviously a VIP section in the top right. We'll go and have a little peek in there. I can't imagine we'll spend too much time in there, to be honest. Too many bloody bands to try and cram in
That's
there,
it.
isn't there? Main stage east and west. Fantastic.
It's exciting.
It is exciting, and you're probably watching these thinking, what are they doing? They're literally just
It's
staring at the map trying to figure out what the fuck
It's
we're going to be
just-
doing.
This is an episode of us looking a bit confused, but
It
I
is.
think we've said it at the start of the episode, but I think Slam Dunk Festival is the perfect way to get excited for Download Festival
Yeah.
2025. I think it's the perfect way to introduce yourself to the sort of festivals that we love.
Mhm.
If you've not been to one before, I can't think about better.
Yeah,
A day festival with so many tents,
with
so
that
many
lineup,
stages.
Yeah,
It's just going to be
without the
so much
stresses of
fun.
camping and all the stuff that comes with that. It's great. I think there's a few after parties and stuff as well that you can go to.
They've just got it all going on.
Yeah, they really do.
It's bands, loads of merch, loads of good food. They've recently put all the food vendors out as well.
Yeah.
So loads of good information online for that. There are still tickets available. They are available if you go through Slam Dunk. The ticket links are all on there.
Yeah.
I think day ticket comes in around just shy of £150.
Yep.
And that you can also get additional VIP access and
Mhm.
different bits and pieces. And worth noting that the South Festival will apparently sell out this week. So
Yeah.
if for some reason me and Johnny looking confused at a map has made you want to buy tickets, then get on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, very exciting.
Very good. So I wonder what our day will look like then, mate.
Yeah. Well, should we have a quick pause,
Yeah.
crack another beer,
Let's.
and get Johnny away from the fire for a
Yeah,
minute to
before-
cool down?
This is the Lowdown Podcast.
All right.
Yeah.
So, Johnny, I've printed you out a Clash Finder,
You have.
and
Very
I've printed
thankful.
myself one off because what's the first thing we've noticed on this? As soon as we saw that lineup with the times put on it.
Oh, it's not Clash Finder because every fucking band's got a Clash.
Oh yeah. Oh,
It's
you're
all
right there, mate.
Clash Avoider. I don't know
It
what you want
is.
to call it. It's
You don't have to look for
you don't have
clashes.
to look for
mate, they're all
clashes.
there.
Yeah, and it is absolutely stacked. Not quite sure the
I don't
strategy for that.
I don't either. I think it's got too many bands for me. Feels
What a
funny.
comment.
It is, I know, and it's a funny thing to worry about.
It is,
but
isn't it?
We'll get on to the later bands when we get to that point. But
Yeah.
even from the start, there's clashes. So I think we're gonna be there for opening, aren't we? We'll get there
Yeah.
nice and early. And we've got a good choice to start with, and I think I would quite happily watch any of these. Sweet Pill will be on the main stage west. We've got main stage east. We've got Defects. Or Defects, I never know how to pronounce that. Monster Energy stage, we've got the Meths, who we have spoke about quite a
Yeah.
lot actually, because
Yeah,
they're
we
playing Download. I saw them supporting Alice Cooper, and
Yep.
they were very good. You got Lake Malice, and you got Kid Bucky or Kid Buki. We don't know how to pronounce that either. And so yeah, you got five clashes to start your day, and take your pick. I think
Lake Malice. They're a proper Kerrang band then, weren't they?
yeah, they were.
Years ago. I might go and catch them.
Yeah,
But yeah,
tempted
you're
by
right. You
the
got five bands all on at the same time, and it almost stays like that until it kind of changes up about 4 o'clock.
and
but
there's
even then-
and that for me is daft when there's literally times in the day where there's not a band on any stage.
yeah.
It's like, why have you not worked that out
Yeah,
a little
yeah.
bit better?
So what a good run into the day.
But yeah, that you spoke for choice straight away, aren't you?
Yep.
I think yeah. So you're thinking maybe Lake Malice.
Yeah,
I think
so.
I'm very fond of the Meths. So
Are we going to catch them at Download, do you think?
Clash
Oh, we
dependent,
don't know,
isn't
do
it?
you?
Yeah, we don't
Yeah,
know the
true.
times yet.
Oh, I might
Download
have to
like
see
to
the
keep
news.
it under their
Yeah, you do.
under their big cowboy hats. And we've also had a big recommendation for Kid Bucky, haven't we?
We have, yeah.
So-
My mate Ches pinged us them over this morning.
So we're going to give them a listen, and we're going to try and catch someone in at least one band in every stage.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they might be a good
Mm-hmm.
one to start with. Following that, I've got quite an easy choice for me, but we've got 5 bands. We've got, again, 5 bands clashing. You've got Hit the Lights. You've got Wales, I think it's Wales. Wales is on Dream State. You've got Save Ferris, you've got Sophie Powers, and you've got Grey Wind. I am quite a fan of Dream State.
Yeah, a lot of hype around them as well, so I think that's where
I'll be.
as well, mate.
They've probably taken a little bit of a change in course since the original singer CJ left. I think they're doing very well with their new singer. I saw them at Download last year, and I'm just remembering the name. I don't want to misname her because I remember she's very cool, a very good singer, and a good frontwoman as well. Jessie.
What stage was
Jessie Powell. They were on Avalanche stage at Download last year.
I do remember.
Yeah, they were really
Brilliant.
good. Some of the new stuff with Jessie singing is excellent. They've obviously got some absolute bangers, as the kids say, with CJ as well. So they've got a hell of a back catalogue, and I think they'll be a good
Great stuff, that, mate.
first one on main stage east if that's who we choose to see.
Again, you could pick any of them, and you'd have the time.
You could. You've got the reason that, and the reason I've printed this out on Clash Finder rather than on SlamDunk's own, pretty much the same thing, is because I couldn't read Imminence's logo.
Yeah, okay.
It was almost a Bloodstock logo.
Right.
But
is that quite telling of the style or not?
I think they are quite heavy. I don't think they are metally kind of. They're not a death metal band.
Yeah,
but
okay.
they are. I think they're quite heavy.
Knuckle Puck.
I'm sure we've seen
Yeah,
Knuckle
I think
Puck
we
before.
have. Yeah, for sure.
Winona Fighter, Point North, and Homegrown. So plenty on there.
Yep.
We'll probably catch a bit of some of that and might even go and check out the old VIP section if we have allowed in it. We haven't even got our actual tickets sent to us yet. So
No, we haven't.
yeah. So who knows?
Cool.
And then you've got some more. Well, you've got a real heavy band in the old Landmarks.
Yeah, and they're very, very popular. I was listening to them this afternoon. Really starts to ramp up, doesn't it, around this time now?
Yeah.
Um,
But then the old school me just wants to see the Ataris.
yeah, exactly.
So I've got there's 4 great bands there, and then a band with a decent Don Henley cover. So I must say I don't even really know any more Atari songs than that, but I think it's arguably the greatest cover version of any song ever. So it's up there with Goldfinger's 99 Red Balloons.
Yeah.
There is some good pop punk covers of
It's
songs.
amazing. Me and Scott used to listen to those Pop Goes Punk albums.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah, where the pop punk bands do
Yeah.
covers
And
of
I mean,
pop
A Day
songs.
to Remember do like Kelly Clarkson
Oh,
track,
yeah.
don't they? That's all.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
some
quite
belters.
famous.
And we've also, who else have done it recently? I Prevail did Taylor Swift.
Oh, right.
A cover.
Yeah. Okay.
And
To write a song about it afterwards.
well, then it kind of does spread out a little bit in terms of clashes. You got Free Throw up there without really clashing with anyone really. They're one of the few bands that they've probably got the best set for clashes
probably
going.
have. Yeah.
So everyone piling to see Free Throw in the Key Club stage. You got Rain City Drive, the Aquabats, who I haven't heard for God knows how long.
Yeah, I don't. So our friend Gemma. So there's quite a big group of us going this year. By accident,
By
almost.
absolutely, yeah.
Everyone's just bought the tickets on their own. Then we've all found out
That we're all going to.
and then we were very
Quite similar
jealous.
to the old Sleep Token.
It
sort
is
of
actually,
thing, isn't it?
yeah. So I know Gemma and the crew are looking forward to the Aquabats. And then I think it goes on to probably one of my probably one of the peaks of the day into Zebrahead.
Zebrahead. I am. You never really got Zebrahead
No,
for
I
a
didn't.
lot of years, and I have been a Zebrahead fan for probably 20 years now.
Yeah.
I went to see them. The first time I saw them, I went with my wife Jane, and it was at Manchester Academy 3, and it is the most like violent gig I've ever been to in my life. The whole place was absolutely going off. So if you've ever been to Manchester Academy 3, it's like someone's made a scale model of Academy 1. It's just a tiny...
It's like a fifth scale.
Probably about the size of my garden, to be honest.
Yeah, okay.
And it's not a brag.
Not that anyone can see.
It's not a brag, it's small. Not in like some
yeah.
Slam Dunk Festival
Slam
North
Dunk.
next year in this place.
Slam dunk, that's another thing.
Slam Dunk. So we went in and it was absolutely, the whole place was just going off. It was a total sweatbox. I went to the toilet about halfway through, grabbed the beer. People would like picking up like teeth and bloody bleeding out the nose and everything. So then I grabbed the beer, I went back into the middle, and when like Corey Taylor gets everyone down on the floor.
Yeah.
So the whole place was on the floor. I think it's about 500 people, and Jane just stood in the middle. So Jane stood up in the middle, just looking at me with like wide eyes, no idea what to do. And then Ali, the rapper singer of Zebrahead, says 1, 2, 3, go, and the whole place went up, and then I lost her again. Yeah, brilliant. So she just disappeared, and I didn't see her again for 10 minutes.
I don't think I've ever seen them. I've missed them a few times at Download, just because of other clashes.
I've also missed them a few times at Download.
But I'm very excited for them. I've been listening to them today. I remember you must have burnt me a CD years ago when I had my first car, driving around in my Corsa, listening to Zebrahead on repeat. Yeah. And just with this weather and a beer. And
they're a surprising one for me because they are, in parts, really heavy. Yeah. They have songs like The Set Up and things like that. Yeah. They're almost like Rage.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
And then they go very poppy, very pop-punky. Mm-hmm. Then there's a bit of like the ska sort of element in there as well. I just a really fun band.
Oh, it'd be great.
Download Festival last year. I saw them, 2007. Then I saw them spotting Bowling for Soup. Mm-hmm. Then I didn't see them again until Download last year because, again, I kept missing them for clashes at Download. I think they clashed in 2019 with Smashing Pumpkins.
Yeah, okay.
Who I hadn't seen, so they kind of won out. And then, obviously, Matty Lewis left. So I went, not with massive expectations last year, and one of the sets to Download for me last year,
brilliant.
It was just...
I remember you and Kate saying it was
just
amazing.
So much fun.
Yeah.
We had... funnily enough, it was muddy as hell on the Sunday, but it was quite sunny, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
So we went and got a pint at the back of second stage, and they were filming their... they were filming a music video for their latest single. I can't remember what it's called. See if you can find it, 'cause it's quite a funny title. But in the middle of it, there was a guy dressed as a lobster, and they made a wall of death, and the lobster was stood in the middle, and he says, "Lobster, you're in charge," and the lobster's in the middle, clipping his claws, and then this whole circle pit went off. But it's something about drinks.
I've mixed drinks about feelings.
I have mixed drinks about feelings. Yeah,
that's absolutely brilliant.
And and it's a cracking song actually. And the video was filmed at Download on that day. So, and the new singer is very good actually.
Yeah.
Matty Lewis, I was very fond of because of just going back with that music for so many years. And obviously I wasn't into them before he joined. I just didn't know of them, but. The new singer's good, and they just look like they're having a great time on stage. And we've said it so many times. It's so infectious.
It is, absolutely.
When a band looks like they're having a laugh and having a good time, you just stand
along with it
in the crowd, just smiling away.
That for me is my perfect slot. 5 o'clock, or 5 to 5. They're on.
Perfect.
That tea time slot is brilliant, isn't it? Like, whatever.
A little warm. Let's
fingers crossed.
Touch wood. A
bit of sunshine,
glowing sunshine.
Yeah.
Watching Zebrahead with a pint or a can of Monster. Yeah. It's going to be pretty perfect. That
brilliant. So that'll set us up for the next few bands.
Yeah, we've also got Twin Atlantic hiding away there on the Kerrang stage.
Yeah, we've seen them.
We've seen them a lot. Actually, I've seen them quite a lot. I saw them at Leeds. I've seen them at Download. I've seen them.
Were they at the Pilot that year? Download Pilot.
They were, yeah. If Zebrahead have mixed drinks about feelings, I have mixed feelings about Twin Atlantic. I just find them a little bit dull, but I don't think they ever became the band they threatened to become. Really,
yeah.
They've
always seemed to stay that size.
They're okay. Yeah. If there's a part in a band you like, you'll go along and you'll have a good time without having an amazing time. So sorry, Twin Atlantic, but we don't like to be negative about anyone. And to be honest, I might well go and see him.
Yeah,
exactly. Probably have a good time.
Yeah, probably will.
So it's not
and the crowd always seems to just have a blast.
Yeah.
I think it's one of them, it's not a serious thing, is it, really? They don't take themselves seriously. They just kind of rock out. They're just mates. And
such is the, the beauty of the best bits of rock for me.
Yeah.
Rock, punk, whatever, when bands don't take themselves too seriously.
It's you said something before. I can't remember what you said, but it's almost the whole nostalgia scene at the moment is
Yeah.
really helping all this, isn't it? It's like I think of it as like when my dad always talks about the 80s.
Yeah, well,
and,
that's
and he's always got, and he puts the 80s tunes on. He's like, oh, I remember when I did this and I went to this club with my mate and oh, whatever. This is us now. This is us going, oh, God, remember listening to these bands when we were
but that's
teenagers.
it. And we haven't really realised. I don't think.
Oh, it's just come up on us, hasn't it? All
Yeah,
of a sudden.
because like when my dad took me to AC/DC in 2000, he was younger than I am now.
Yeah.
And he's talking about the 80s in the same way. And that came up, that meme comes up every year about Bowling for Soup. Obviously, it was a cover, but 1985, if they wrote that now, it'd be called 2006. Which is just horrific.
That's brilliant.
So, yeah, I mean, it's total nostalgia for us now.
It is.
And it's also, it's going to play strongly into SlamDunk's favour. We're now, in our mid to late 30s.
Yep.
With a little bit more disposable income than we had when we were 18.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's got to be a good thing for a festival like that.
Sure.
And I think I think that's why Download are going in the direction they're going with Korn.
Yeah,
with, bands like that, because the fans of those bands from back in the day are now got that spare cash.
Yeah,
that spare,
absolutely.
that they
Yeah.
can, and they might want to go and take their kids to go and see it. I mean, I'd have happily taken Emily to see some of these because and introduce them to the bands of my youth. So
Yeah, for sure.
yeah. So yeah, there's some cracking bands here, and we are getting into Clash Central.
I don't know what I'm going to do. Yeah,
I feel like if I could clone myself, I would.
Yeah, exactly. And it looks small enough that you'd be able to run around the field, but I don't know if it actually is that small.
Just hear one verse
Just
from every band.
one song each.
Well, I've had plenty of Monster Energy. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, bouncing off the walls.
Absolutely hyperactive.
Crazy.
Hyper.
Yeah.
So we're almost up to them, but we've got possibly one of the worst clashes of the day coming up, and that is Newfound Glory on the main stage west and The Used on the main stage east. That's horrific.
It is. And I love both of them.
I love both of them, and I've also really enjoyed Streetlight Manifesto. They are an absolute riot. As it is, I don't know too much. I know Delilah Bond because they've been at Download. But Newfound Glory and The Used.
Yeah, it's a bad one, that, isn't it?
It's a shocker. I had a bit of a moan to you before about The Used's set.
Yeah, so
what's happening on The Used's current tour? And also, let's bear in mind that The Used have pulled out pulled out a Slam Dunk Festival, so many times. Not this late, so I think we might be safe this year. But The Used are currently touring their first 3 albums.
Mm-hmm.
And what they're doing is they're going to a different city. So, for example, I think they played the House of Blues.
Yeah.
And they did 3 nights at the same venue, playing a different album in
each
full
night. Yeah.
every night. But in the UK, you would have to go 3 nights in the Bounce, I think, and you'd have to go to Slam Dunk North, Slam Dunk South, and I think you'd also have to go to Glasgow
Bloody hell.
to see it. And it's
I don't get it. I really don't.
I don't see who that's serving really. If you're turning up to a main stage festival appearance,
I just want to see the best of.
I want to see the best of,
Yeah.
or at least, I mean, if you're doing a full album, do the full album and do a few of your hits at the end.
At the end. Yeah.
The problem is what they have been doing. They did their spoiler alert. If anyone doesn't want to know the Used set, it's the full album. Plus the bonus tracks and a cover of Nirvana's "Smells Like Teen Spirit."
Really?
Yeah. So why not drop the cover of Nirvana's "Smells Like Teen Spirit" and put "Pretty
hell.
Handsome Awkward" or "I Caught Fire"?
I had
Or,
enough of that at school. Covered it in every band.
yeah. He makes me laugh. I was saying to you the other day, he's singing. I mean, I love Burt McCracken. I love The Used.
Yeah.
I have for as long as I can remember. But his singing cracks me up when he does that Buried Myself Alive.
Oh, yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, when I have to, if you want me back, you're going to have to. It's like, geez, he stubbed his toe in the middle of the bloody recording.
I'm pretty excited for them. I'm probably going to have to go with The Used just because I haven't seen them before.
Yeah, I probably know
more
more with The
my youth.
Yeah, absolutely.
But as with Newfound Glory, and maybe, I don't know whether we'll get to see Newfound Glory again.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe.
Yeah, hopefully have a chance.
A chance at.
I mean,
You just pop up at Download every now and again, don't they? So
Yeah.
just try to play out, but yeah.
Yeah, and then you've got some more big clashes. It's just
it's bad, isn't it?
bad.
And where they don't overlap, you've probably got 15 minutes.
Yes.
So Newfound Glory are on till 5 to 7.
Yeah, you could get
And then
20,
the used are finishing at 20:15, so you can get 20 minutes.
20 minutes of the used.
Some of the next bands, and I mean, this is when it's just going to be a nightmare, isn't it?
Yeah, so it really is getting into. I mean, Split Chain are excellent on the Key Club stage.
Yeah.
I'm a bit gutted. We're probably, unfortunately, going to miss them.
Yeah, we are.
Then there's also Wargasm. Moving on to Monster Energy stages, we've got Less Than Jake, who I'd have loved to have seen, but I'm probably not going to see. Neck Deep, I've seen before.
Yeah.
So that's the reason they lose out to probably the band we're looking forward to most, and that is the mighty Electric Callboy.
I've been obsessed with these for a few years now.
Yeah.
We missed them at Download.
Clashed with Ghost,
They did.
and they were in the tent.
And they were meant to play last year.
Yeah, they were. They pulled out.
And they pulled out, so I think we can't miss them again.
No,
and it looks like a hell of a fucking party, that, doesn't it? So quite looking forward to him. News today, though, that the drummer's left.
Has he?
Yeah. Oh, they parted ways with the drummer, whatever that means.
Right.
So they have got a new one coming in. Never know how much difference it'll make.
I don't think it'll make too much difference. They'll just have the same click track going, won't they?
Yeah, it's all electric drums anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm very excited for them. I think there'll be a big crowd. Saying that, Split Neck Deep will pull a hell of a crowd, as will Less Than Jake. So
There's a lot going on.
There is
A lot going on at that top end. It's
yeah, Wargasm have got a bit of a fight on their hands there, haven't they?
They have,
I mean, they
and
have got quite a
They have got a good following,
haven't they?
Wargasm, I'll give them that. But if you do miss Wargasm on this, they'll be supporting the next band on the next night somewhere or the next festival lineup.
Yeah.
They're bloody everywhere.
They're
aren't they?
everywhere, yeah.
And then some terrible clashes again. So for Electric Callboy, I'm going to miss the start of probably after Zebrahead, probably my favourite band on the lineup. That is Alkaline Trio.
Yeah, I've only really got back into these since we knew we were coming to Slam Dunk. Forgot how good they
And
were.
I've just
They've
seen-
got fucking banger after banger, haven't
They
they?
have.
Really,
They have, yeah. They're
really
such a
good
good
band.
band. I saw them first time at the first festival I ever went to at Leeds, so it's kind of a bit of a full circle
Yeah, that's
moment.
great.
So I'm definitely going to be getting in to watch them. I'll
Yeah.
be probably edging my way over towards the back of Electric Callboy.
Yep.
And then, but unfortunately, they clash with probably my third and fourth favourite bands of the day.
Yeah.
And Hot Milk. If you haven't seen Hot Milk before, if you don't know who they are, I'd be surprised, obviously, but Hot Milk are an amalgamation of everything I love about rock
Yeah,
music.
yeah.
They have got a little bit of Queen about them, a little bit of heavy riffs. They've got some Paramore hooks. They've got some soaring choruses.
Yeah.
They've just got it all going on.
The energy.
It's brilliant. Jim and
unmatched,
Han. I saw them at Download 23,
Yep.
and they just kicked the ass out of that set.
Yep.
I'd be gutted. I mean, I really, part of me is just wanting to move these bands around, but
Yeah.
Hot Milk will smash that set in the Kerrang stage.
Yeah,
I think Han Me is one of the great front people of our age at the
Absolutely.
minute. I think
Yep.
they just keep building and building. They're doing so well in America.
I say they're touring America at the moment, and I've seen a few videos. It just looks fucking crazy. They jump into the crowd and sing all the songs with them, and
Oh.
just go mad. It looks great.
Yeah, but
I think we
I'm
will
quite a
see
fan.
them again and again, which makes me think I'll probably jump out of Alkaline Trio into probably one of the bands that I listen to a hell of a lot,
Yeah,
which is a day to remember.
Yeah.
We've seen these before at
a
Download.
Download. Yeah,
I forgot how many songs I like.
yeah.
To remember.
They had 2 albums which are amongst my favourite albums of all time.
Yeah.
And that's Homesick. That's right, isn't it?
Yep.
And
I wonder if
what's the other one called?
it's.
It's a long title.
It
I can't
is.
remember the bloody.
I'm trying to find the ones that I loved the most. Yeah, it's Homesick.
It's Homesick.
For those who have a heart, I mean, they've got some fucking brilliant albums.
Is that the second, the one that I like with,
Yeah.
All I Want and all that on it?
That Homesick album is.
It's so good.
I'm just looking now, and I haven't listened to them for a long time, so I'm looking forward to getting back into them.
Yeah,
Every song on that album's liked, loved, and put in a playlist, so it
Yeah.
must be. Yeah.
That I'm made out of wax, Larry. What you made
Yeah,
of is a
absolutely
cracking song.
insane.
All signs point to Lauderdale.
Yeah. Fucking
Just a great band and a
incredible.
great way to, and
What a way to finish.
a very maybe atypical in terms of slam dunk headliners. If you look at the ones of the past, your Don Brocos, your
Yeah.
the Offspring, Fall Out Boys, they're quite a heavy
They are heavy.
headliner for slam dunk.
And they
Perhaps.
don't look out of place.
Oh no! They'll
But
definitely
I
work.
think you're right. It's not the softer. I mean, they do have some big sing-alongs. I was going to say no singing, but they are quite anthem type tracks. But yeah,
Got
you're
the
right.
heavy bits as well,
Yeah.
haven't they? They were probably a band that was once in the run into headline download.
I'd
I
say
think.
that.
They've
Yeah.
probably fallen away from that a little bit
Yeah.
in terms of their album output. It's not kind of backed up what we thought was going to happen. They're still an absolutely, mammoth live act.
Yeah.
We've really enjoyed them, haven't we?
Oh,
Every
they're
time we
great.
see them. So
Something about that crowd as well. all
yeah,
singing
I've already
together.
got it in my head.
Yeah, I know. It'll just be mental, won't it?
Yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be a cracking day. I'm really.
I'm
really
very
looking forward
excited. Mostly because, again, something new for us. Really don't know what to expect. The fucking lineup is so good, isn't it?
It is.
Um,
It is
too-
every year.
Again, too good. The fact, I mean, when we go to download, we use the Clash Finder a lot. And it's almost like, oh, should I go and see this band or this band? And it's
Yeah.
one or the other. And you can kind of almost see both sometimes.
Yeah.
Never been to anything so
With a
Clash
5.
heavy, and you have to go, right, I need to pick one out of these 5 bands, and I want to go and see them all.
Yeah. Does it need 5
Does it
stages?
need? It's a good point, isn't it? We were talking about it this morning, weren't we? And we were saying, why wouldn't you put some of those bigger bands earlier?
Yeah.
And
Stagger it
I
like
don't think it
Sonosphere
needs
used
to
to.
have a big build up to a headliner type day. You could easily put any of those big bands opening, I think, and you'd still have a
You could have swapped Finch and Alkaline Trio. Finch would have
Easy.
done fine in that tent. Alkaline Trio.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because some people wouldn't want to watch a day. Remember,
yeah.
it's not the best in terms of clashes. I think they could have worked out quite a lot better, especially when there's gaping.
Yeah, and it's almost like it's not a criticism either, because it's like, what do you do? They put on this incredible festival, 5 stages with an incredible
It's still
lineup,
not good enough
and
for
it's
us.
still not good enough. But it is. It's almost like, geez, it's too much
Yeah.
to take in. But it will be one hell of a day, mate. Let's hope the weather's like this. Fucking
Oh, I hope it is. Last year was not.
No, I've watched a few vlogs, so the TPD one's really good. Dilcan's vlog is great.
Yeah.
But they're all fucking soaked.
The TPD one especially,
Yeah, yeah.
I'd say almost up there with the Kendall Calling one they did that year,
Yeah.
and worse than that was was it Electric Picnic?
Oh, yeah.
The
there was
Island one.
Yeah, yeah.
That was insane. So, yeah.
At least it's just one day.
Yeah, that's
If I
it.
have to stand in the pissing rain all day, with my
That's
best
it.
mate and a beer and have a blast, then
Yeah,
I'll have to do it, won't I?
that's it. Ring me vans out at the end of the day.
Yeah. Might even just take my Birkenstocks.
Do you?
So yeah, I'm excited, mate. Are you?
I am very.
Um,
So what else do we need to know? This is something, like we say, is new to us because we kind of know a fair bit about download. I don't want to. We don't like to kind of sound like we're bragging about that. It's just because it's so familiar.
Yeah.
It's not. We're not like giving it the big we know everything about
just
download, but we just go all the time. So
Yeah.
it's like going to your local bloody football team or something. We've just done it
Yeah,
so
we
much
know
it's
what to
second
expect.
nature.
That's all. Yeah.
But yeah, so they have a bit of an FAQ section on the site, which kind of helps. It's not the most detailed. Because we've got different types of tickets this year, we're trying to get some info, and it's not the easiest. So when will Slam Dunk take place? Obviously, it's this bank holiday weekend, and it's in 3 weeks' time, man.
Bloody hell.
So yeah, 3 weeks. On Saturday will be Slam Dunk South, and on Sunday Slam Dunk North. The gates open at 9, and the main arena opens at 11. I don't know what you're meant to do for 2 hours, but
We'll have to set off early, mate, won't we?
yeah, we will. Yeah, so we're probably about 2.5 hours away.
Yeah.
And then some by the time we park.
Mhm.
Hatfield Park is south, Temple Newsham is north, and you have to be. Yeah, it's an all-age festival, same
Oh.
as Download.
Great.
Under 5s go free. You have to add free of charge under 5 tickets to your order when purchasing.
Mhm.
Anyone aged 5 or over will need a full price ticket.
Wow.
That's not what Download do, but it's what it is.
Mhm.
There are no activities or entertainment directly for children.
From the videos I've seen, it doesn't look too crammed either. It's quite a lot of open space.
It does look
from
like
what
there's
I've
quite a
seen.
bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Which we like.
Yeah,
I
we
mean, we have our bands that we like to get down into the pits and all
Yeah.
that sort of stuff, but we also like chilling at the
Yeah,
back.
we're not there a whole day. We can manage a few songs. An
Yeah,
hour.
yeah, that's it. So yeah, it's nice to have a
Mid-30s.
bit of.
Yeah.
All that is play on both days. There are restrictions to what you can bring on site. No glass, no cans, no flasks, no cool boxes or hampers, flags, banners, no helium balloons, no sharp or large
Helium
rings,
balloons.
no flares or fireworks, smoke grenades. Jesus. No bags bigger than A3, so that's a bit bigger than Download lets. No laser pointers, no sharp objects, unless you are Burt McCracken. He takes a box full. No audio or video recording, selfie sticks, large umbrellas, all the usual shite. No chairs.
Oh, I was going to ask about that.
Yeah, no chairs. So us elder pop punkers are going to be in for a tough day.
Yeah.
No skateboards. Did you see the mud last year?
That must be.
I'd just let them take
Yeah.
the skateboards because that'd be hilarious, wouldn't it?
Oh, you go. Skateboards, roller skates, bicycles, or hoverboards.
And try to skateboard around that mud.
Segwaying around the fucking thing.
No balls, frisbees or
Frisbees or
kites,
kites.
no barbecues, no lanterns or anything that can be lit with a naked flame. You can't go, Johnny.
I can't go. I'm nearly up.
No
up in flames
drones
tonight.
or any UAV devices. I don't know what UAV device is. Unmanned air.
Yeah, unmanned vehicle.
Something like that.
But we've got a lot of friends that have been a few times. Our friend Gemma, we messaged her today and said, anything we need to be aware of? She said, definitely get accustomed to the map, similar to Download. We'll have to
On it,
revise that, so we're on it. We've got it printed out. She said, check what's going on outside of the actual band sets, because we met Electric Callboy in a tent doing a signing purely because I'd really studied the lineup for the day. Really glad we did now, because they've got massive, which is, I imagine that was really cool. She also said, plan what food you want and make sure you schedule it in advance of when you're hungry. Otherwise, you'll have a meltdown like I did when Rob brought me food and I turned my nose up at it. So,
that's
some
great.
top tips from Gemma there. Thank you, mate.
Yeah, thanks, Gemma. Really appreciate
So
it.
looking forward to seeing you guys all there in 3 weeks, and that is also our Download family. So
Yeah, part of
you'll
our
be
Download
very,
family.
very excited.
And they're such a good time out there.
Yeah, brilliant.
They are. And
Agree.
she's a proud Yorkshire lass. So,
Absolutely, yeah.
yeah, she can tell us all about. I mean, she was saying her hometown of Huddersfield, is it?
Yeah.
Had a big music scene back in the day, so
Yeah, okay.
it's always interesting because she often knows a lot of the bands that are playing these things because
Yeah.
they played around her original neck of the woods. But yeah, we're really looking forward to seeing you all there.
Yeah,
You're
it's
always
gonna be incredible.
awesome at Download, so I can't wait for. Bamba is just
Brings the party,
brings
doesn't
the
he?
party. He's
Yeah.
he's like a cartoon, isn't he?
It's brilliant.
Absolutely love him.
Good stuff, mate.
Yeah, it's
well,
good.
that's got me giddy. The
It's
sun's
fantastic.
setting now.
It is. Need to put another log on the fire.
Yep.
We've got what else is going on? What else is going on in the world of Download? We've got a Hailstorm tour has been announced for
Yep.
November.
Yep.
Just to add to more things I won't be able to go to because
Oh,
it's
no.
around my
bad now,
birthday
innit?
and yeah. Who else? Oh, Ice Nine Kills and Creeper. I don't think we mentioned that.
We haven't. I'll be gutted.
I'm gutted I'm missing that.
Um,
You've got other things happening,
I
and
have.
it's but Ice Nine Kills and Creeper tried to do the Victoria Warehouse in Manchester, which is about 4,500,
yeah.
where Creeper sell out the Ritz, which is about 1,500 on
Yeah.
their own, and did Manchester Academy and did well.
Yeah, true.
So add Ice Nine Kills to that,
Mm-hmm.
and I think they've also got another support band that I can't remember the bloody name of right now. But that's gonna be a hell of a night. If you're into your Ice Nine Kills horror kind
Yeah.
of stuff, Creeper are doing a big bit on that. If you saw them at Download last year,
Yeah.
one of the sets of the year,
Yeah. Stage
doing
show's
all the
incredible.
vampire
Yeah.
kind of stuff as well. It's going to be
So they've been upgraded to the co-op live, haven't
massive,
they? That is insane.
but Creeper will put. What I love about Creeper is, I think, if you saw him at the download pilot, which apparently, according to Andy Coppin, no one really got paid for, but they put every penny that they've got available into making a stage show, making a storyline, making it's just excellent.
It's amazing. And even so, they played the set on the main stage. Was it about mid-afternoon or something? They had dancers, they had flames, they had the full shit. It was almost like, we've said it before, a headline show in the middle of the afternoon.
Yeah.
Then the next band's come on, it's just a backdrop and they're just playing. So they really go all out. You could tell
Will's a fantastic front man. Wonderful guy as well.
Yeah, we met him a few times. Yeah.
Had a beer with him in guest last
I
year.
wonder who we'll see in guest this year.
Yeah.
Be exciting.
Jonathan Davies.
Yeah.
Scatting to us.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be a good one, mate. We're getting there.
So I got distracted then by the sky. It's absolutely gorgeous, isn't it?
Isn't it? It's amazing.
What a night. It is. Another reason we are, keen to do these episodes outside, because I think it starts to get us excited for, like we said, sitting in Park Farm bar or sitting, get a picnic bench outside the doghouse or whatever.
Yeah.
It's feeling like download time now.
It is.
And it's definitely feeling like slam dunk time. So,
got me giddy, that one, mate. It's got me very excited.
it has me.
So we'll head there and we'll do a slam dunk roundup, won't we, when we come back, and we'll let you know how we got on as
newbies, yeah.
Newbies and two metalheads who got to download every year, try to navigate our way through a pop punk festival that we've never been to. So it'll be quite interesting, I think.
Yeah, shoe on the other foot sort of stuff, isn't it?
Yeah. You go from almost really confident again, then I know exactly.
A bit complacent, really.
Not a fucking clue.
No, and because we've only found out quite recently, I obviously obsess about download, and most things I go to, I kind of read everything I can, and I'm trying to do it all dead quick, which I got notes everywhere, like cramming for a revision, for an exam.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah, but if you see us there, say hello and tell us, especially because we've skipped over bands because we haven't had a year of looking at this lineup.
Yeah.
If there's anyone that you say, come on lads, you need to go to see these because you're going to miss out, please comment and tell us you need to go to see them. Yeah. Because we are definitely open to suggestions and education on the matter. So thanks very much, everybody.
Thanks,
and we'll
everyone.
see you next week.
Nice one.
This is the Logan